Ah, yes, the 26DJ SE Gray Wolf here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. If you're wondering what these letters are standing for, it's pretty obvious. It stands for the 26 Don Johnson Silly Eggs. Pretty sure that's accurate. Anyway, Bunkhouse here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. This is the sister and the near clone to the 26 BHSE Gray Wolf here at Haylett RV. What is the difference? Yes, the difference is exceptionally minor. This has double over double bunks, whereas the 26 BHSE has a single over double bunk with a little bonus closet, a traditional Jack and Jill bunk. So they're near clones. So effectively, this one video kind of covers both RVs. Now, I've already done a video on the 26 BHSE, so you're welcome to review that if you want to see the differences. Again, they're less than minor. But this video, you know, again, covers both the 26 BHSE and DJSE. Well, I guess I should just start talking about it. Now, this is the Simple Edition, if you will. That's what the SE really stands for, is Simple Edition. It has nothing to do with silly eggs. But what's impressive is because Cherokee is so on fire right now. They are Forest River's #1 brand of travel trailer, period. I don't care how you boil it down. There are more of the Cherokee and Gray Wolf family sold, which also includes Wolf Pup, than any other single Forest River brand name out there. It's very impressive what they've accomplished. Because they are so high volume, they are able to buy in to these big option packages in a volume that most other brands just can't. So even though this is their Simple Edition or Starter Edition or whatever you want to call it, however you want to wrap your head around it, it actually still has a lot of upgrades to it found on the rest of the Gray Wolf and Cherokee family, because they could standardize those things even here. Like, we've got the extra thick aluminum nose sweep. Your front nose skin is like 250% thicker than the sidewall skin. So the whole thing's stone guard, basically. It just looks pretty, but it's all stone guard. Now, it's painted. Whole thing's painted, so you're not going to have the potential fade issues of like a fiberglass. We still have a power awning. We still have LED lighting. They even have backlit LED speakers on this, which is really cool. Power tongue jack. You've got a tongue and groove plywood floor deck measuring 5/8 thick. I've actually seen a couple brands starting to get really cute, and they're sneaking in their plywood floor decking, but they don't say how thick. Then when you actually look into the product, you find it's only a 3/8 floor deck. Well, that's just enough to feel strong and secure when it's sitting on a dealer's lot brand new, but after a couple years of ownership, you're going to start feeling like you're moonwalking in it, because the decking's going to start to fail. Now, a 3/8 decking is fine for walking on the roof, because that's not a frequent access point, and that's why most travel trailers have a 3/8 deck walk-on roof, just like this, 16-inch on center roof trusses. Now, the walls of your Cherokee and Gray Wolf family are actually a little meatier than the average bear. This wolf is meatier than the average bear. Okay, didn't think about that, but all right, we're going to roll with this. My point here is that it actually averages an on-center average of 12 inches on the wall studs, which is an industry-leading thing in this class and category. The outside full utility shower, not just cold water spray port, and black tank flush, those are things you typically find only on more expensive, higher equipment package type trailers. But again, because of their volume, they can standardize that here, and they can absorb the cost and offset that. This is still ready for a backup observation camera that we can offer you here through our parts and service center. You're kind of glimpsing in the background. The traveling rack down here. This is something that Cherokee's been doing for years. They've made this mainstream for several years now. They're not the first ones. They're not the only ones to do it, but they were the first to do it all across the board. Everything except for their ramp door toy hauler crossovers. You do not need to take the spare tire off that to flip it down, by the way. So coolers, extra cargo, etc., you're good there. Now, just like the 26 BHSE, the DJSE has a full-size lower bunk, that double lower bunk, so you've got crazy good storage on there. Actually, let's just go take a peek at it. It's only about 4 steps away. They've maximized every ounce of storage capacity they could in here so that you're not feeling like you're wasting anything, Everything in this is simple, but simply effective. And they've done a couple, like I said, fancy fun things where they could. Like the outside TV hookups right here. If whatever entertainment you're playing inside, it can mirror outside if you choose to add or bring a TV with you. Now, just like the awning has cool little blue accent speaker lights at night, or accent lights at night, you've also got matching blue LED speaker lights here at night. And you see that MORryde stable step system right here. It's awesome. It's awesome. There's it's basically an industry standard thing. Now there's stable steps and then there's the MORryde step, and they're not interchangeable, folks. The stable step is fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but if you pick it up, you can really kind of twist it. It always felt like a little bit of an erector set to me. This is so sturdy and stable. Feet are adjustable. Now what's great about this, in a bunkhouse with kids coming and going constantly, the trailer's not inclined to rock and roll around as the people climb in and out. You've also got an anti-slam friction hinge door here, and the hinges are adjustable. So if you need to add, subtract, adjust your tension on those, you can do that. Bigger entry handle here too on a starter class camper, which is crazy. So if you're tired of a pop-up, or if you're gonna start camping and you're not sure you're gonna go all in on camping, this is the model for you right here. This is basically the same thing that I towed around in, just the Jayco version. Now, simple solar prep up here. And this is the kind of stuff that, again, your starter class campers often lack. You've still got an outside grill quick connect here, just like all Cherokee grills. Because what they've done here is all of the equipment that really matters is still present. They haven't de-contented. They just haven't over-contented this one, and that's the difference. It's not that this is a Grey Wolf minus. It's that a Grey Wolf is this plus. That's the best way I can help wrap your head around it. Step inside, you'll see more of what I mean there. Now again, if you feel like you've already seen this one, it's because you have. Again, it was called the 26BH SE. The only difference is that you can see right here that double bunk versus the Jack and Jill single over double bunk with the bonus storage. I'm really only doing this video because I have OCD about doing things in a complete fashion and doing them right the same way every single time. It's just kind of, it's my best and my worst quality. So the first thing in here, completely carpetless. That is just a fantastic feature, other than the carpet square where I wipe my feet when I come in, obviously. Completely carpetless. Now again, what is impressive, and this is where, this is not a Grey Wolf minus, the Grey Wolf is an SE plus. This gives you an idea of what the true starter point at the Cherokee level is versus, industry standard Forest River. This is the most highly appointed stick-built trailer Forest River makes, and it is arguably one of, if not the most highly appointed out there. It certainly ranks up with the Jayco J-Flights that we carry here at Haylett RV or the Keystone Springdales. So you've got thermal foil countertops. These are pressed membrane. They're sealed edge, basically, which is how even here at their starter point they can afford this giant stainless farmhouse sink. Now it does have a big sink cover. That's what I have down here. That kind of looks like a step for the kids. This is not a step for the kids. Do not have the kids walk on that. But it does give you an idea of the full extension plywood box drawers that we have in here. Because remember, we're on a plywood decked floor too. This extra little countertop kickout right here, it's the perfect little drink holder if you're sitting at the sofa. Although if you are sitting at the sofa, you're probably not going to really need that little drink holder because the sofa comes with its own little, like, F-150 or half ton of your choice, whatever, fold down armrest here. Cherokee was the one that made this popular. They're the ones that brought it to the industry forefront, but as you get closer, you see that Cherokee's still a step ahead of everybody. This is the same kind of thing I see done in like Rockwoods or Montana luxury fifth wheels, where you have the LED inlaid phone or the cup holders there with the USB phone chargers. Any USB plug you find in here, which in the SEs there's far fewer than the full-blown Grey Wolves and Cherokees, they are 12-volt powered. So if you're just off your battery, or if you get one of those solar kits that we talked about outside, you're going to be good to go. Now, another thing they've done, this is a recent change at the time of this filming, it'll be more standard obviously as time goes on, is the stove has changed over. And it just looks neat. It's still counter flush and recessed, so it gives you prep space. But the other thing here is it has a window, so you can see what's going on inside, and then it actually has these cool little blue LED night lights going on in it. So it's got a very cool nighttime use and function. The sink faucet is also still a sprayer type. And again, for the millionth time that I know I'm getting repetitive, that's a double over double bunk instead of single over double. Now, you've also seen this RV a third way. there's another slight variation to this specific thing called a 22MK SE, Middle Kitchen SE. It is also a bunkhouse just like this. The only difference between this one and that one is that it just doesn't have the sofa. So they saved a little length, a little weight, a little cost. So if you've got more of a, if you're really towing conscious, or if you're on a specific budget, or you just don't even need the extra sofa or whatever, there you go. Get the 22MK SE. We carry all these different models here at Haylett RV, typically side by side, so you can come in, you can compare them, and you can choose which one's the best fit for you and your family. Because none of them are the wrong answer. It's just a matter of which one's a better answer for you. So you saw that giant medicine cabinet. The Cherokee Bathroom's always been a winner. Part of it is because they have this bigger Max Air vent fan up here, so you get superior airflow. And that is a whole house venting fan, which is the reason that this door doesn't quite touch the ceiling. It's there on purpose for air cycle and ventilation, as opposed to a one-room fan, whole house. Now we still have protective wall surround paneling. They didn't peel that out because this is the price-pointed series. This is the Smart Money series. Now if you want more features, but at the expense of an additional budget, well then they have that too. That's the full-blown Grey Wolf 26BH. But maybe you don't care. Maybe you don't need all that, you know. This little TV station right here, it's simple, but it's effective. But what I like about it is it is directly across from that sofa. Which again, if you cut the sofa out and you shrink the trailer down about 3 feet, that gives you the 22MK SE that I mentioned previously. I love this big dinette window right here, by the way. That looks out under your awning, and your TV, outside TV hookups are right below this. So if there is anybody outside at your campsite, you have a great view of what's going on out here. I like windows on my door side. Now both the dinette and the sofa can fold down when sleeping, you know, 4 to 6 isn't enough and you need closer to 6 to 8, this will get you there. There's little beveled glass inserts on that cabinet there. That's a nice touch because it just breaks up the monotony a little bit. Speaking of overhead cabinets, notice they have full-size overhead cabinets. They didn't shrink these down. Those are the kind of money-saving, cost-saving things I've seen done at other Forest River brands. And it doesn't mean that they're junk. I'm not saying it's a bad brand by comparison. I'm just saying that those are the differences. Now, which one's better? I don't know. You decide. You know, that's the whole thing. They're all better in a different way. So it's always a matter of deciding which factors you want in your RV, you know? That's what it's all about. That's why I put these videos together. So simple, but effective. Walk around queen bed. There is a full privacy curtain wall that you can pull around this. I love that big extra window right there. And the mirrored hanging closets right next to those windows, flooding some extra light in here is a nice, nice touch. And they even still use a nice little linen ensemble in this. They could have cheapened that up, but they didn't. There's still storage below the bed. Again, remember, carpetless, easy to clean, so you can spend time camping and not Swiffering. So, whether you need hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer package deals, or everything in between, give us a call. I will drop some links to the aforementioned 26BH SE, 22MK SE, and probably the 26BH Grey Wolf for you to be able to review and compare. And understand that as time goes on, those videos, this video, they all get slightly outdated as little updates take place. But this will always give you a good idea of what this thing has to offer you and your family. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.